Out as well to DMG Boxing, Night of Champions 10 happening on the 11th at the Chelsea in the Cosmopolitan. Make sure you attend and pick up tickets for that event as well. Before we get started, I'm just going to read a footnote about the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. It's an independent, nonprofit institution, and we are dedicated to preserving the rich legacy of hosting boxing here in the Silver State. For generations, Nevada has been at the center of the sport, host the historic bouts, iconic champions, and the moments that define boxing in Nevada. For those that are wondering, yes, you can help, you can sponsor, you can volunteer. We welcome everybody. We appreciate everybody's help. And if you have someone out there that can help, can support, and can sponsor the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, please let them know, have them contact us, because again, this is a labor of love for all of us and the staff at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Sometimes we pay out of our own pockets to make sure these events go on, and I would like to try to get them a little bit more help. With that being said, we will start with the class of 2025 in the Nevada Resident Boxer category. We begin with a true pioneer in women's boxing. This boxer became one of the most accomplished fighters of her generation and the first woman from Mexico to win a world championship. The Mexico City native fought in Nevada 6 times and later made the city her home. Ladies and gentlemen, she is here with us tonight. I'm going to give her a chance to come and speak. Round of applause for Laura Serrano.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me here. It is an honor for me to be in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Las Vegas has been my home for many years, and probably most of you don't know, I am one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and it wouldn't be like so, I don't know the word, but boxing is not a way in my life in these days because of that. But when they gave me the news that I was going to be inducted in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, I was happy, I am honored, and I am thankful. And I'm just so happy to be here. Thank you so much for your attention.
All right, we continue with the non-Nevada resident boxers category. This fighter was a former light heavyweight and cruiserweight world champion, a 1996 Olympic bronze medalist, Antonio Magic Man Tarver. Tarver was known for his sharp counterpunching and ring IQ, holding the WBC, IBF, Ring Magazine, and WBA titles. Again, a round of applause for Antonio Tarver. Before I move on with our next inductee, I want to mention a couple of wonderful people that are in attendance here. First of all, El Cepillo, Joel Casamayor, and Hall of Fame referee Joe Cortez are in the building. Guys, they are big components and sponsors of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. They're always there to help. We appreciate you. Our next inductee, 1999 Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year and 2-division world champion, Paulie Ayala, fought an impressive 10 times in Nevada, including memorable bouts with Eric Morales, Bone Adams, and Nestor Lopez. Again, round of applause for Paulie Ayala. A member of the renowned Garcia fighting family, Mikey Garcia found a second home in Las Vegas, where he fought 8 times on some of boxing's biggest stages. Ladies and gentlemen, a 4-division world champion, Mikey Garcia. And the last boxer in this category, the flamboyant clown prince of boxing and former unified world champion, nicknamed El Maromero. Baez became one of the sport's most entertaining figures, beloved by fans for his colorful personality, unpredictable antics, and aggressive fighting style. 16 times he fought in Nevada, with several appearances on major stages in Las Vegas in front of large crowds. Again, Jorge El Maromero Paez. And we move to our non-boxer category for 2025. A colleague of mine, a highly respected matchmaker who is considered to be one of the greatest in boxing history. The top-ranked matchmaker and talent evaluator has spent decades helping build boxers and world champions. In the non-boxer category, matchmaker Brad Goodman. Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the class of 2026. And again, I was able to vote this year. There was unbelievable, I don't want to say pressure, but there's so many good, talented fighters that have not made it this year, but will in the coming years. I am very happy to start the class of 2026 with the Nevada resident boxer category. This former two-division world champion who proudly represents Las Vegas throughout his career. This fighter captured world titles at junior welterweight and welterweight while fighting 17 times in Nevada across 7 different venues. He is a personal friend of mine. I love him dearly. I'm so happy for you, bro. Come on up here. Jesse Vargas.
Hey, well, thank you to everyone here. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. I was just speechless when I got the news about me being inducted to the Hall of Fame. It meant a lot to me, especially at this young age. I've never mentioned that I was retired, but, well, actually I did, but only to a few chosen people, and I guess the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame knew it, and now I'm here. So just I want to thank you all. I mean, the sport of boxing has gave me a lot. You know, I've always followed my dreams, and being a world champion was one of them. I see a lot of the fighters here who, when I was currently a world champion, for example, Julian over there, who's now following the dream to becoming a world champion himself. I wish you the best, and I'll be cheering for you. But going back to it, boxing is it's somewhat of a tight niche, right? It's like we all know each other, and I wish you all well. And again, I'm just very happy to be here. I'm very happy and thankful to the Nevada Boxing Fame. And I look forward to August. Yeah, so thank you. I guess I'm a part of history now, and thank you all.
Before we move on to the non-Nevada resident boxers, it would behoove me if I don't mention this next gentleman who just walked in. For years, we've had, as a sport, as a fan, I've been blessed to be able to work in this business for over 16 years, and I've never seen such a polarizing figure come on so fast to try to help boxers, fighters, announcers, ring girls, and bring them all together in one simple platform to try to help. Mark, you've been a blessing to a lot of us, brother, so I'm going to call you out here and mention you guys. The creator of Fight Book and much more than that. Just a good person for the sport, a person who is helping, a person who wants to give back, and a person who wants to change the sport. Mark Habibi, Fight Book, please give a round of applause. Your platform is awesome, bro. And we appreciate you very much. Thank you. As we move on to the non-Nevada resident boxers category, it is his birthday today, so happy birthday to Triple G Gennady Golovkin. Although he fought in Nevada only 3 times, Triple G is widely regarded as one of the most dominant middleweights of the modern era. The champion had multiple middleweight world titles and built a global reputation for his devastating knockout power. Again, give it up for Triple G Gennady Golovkin, class of 2026. This next gentleman I have been very blessed to work with over the years, as he is a wonderful color commentator, ex-boxer, and I've grown to know him a lot, and I'm really happy to announce that the former IBF Super Welterweight World Champion and decorated amateur standout El Diamante Raul Marquez will be the class of 2026. He represented the United States in the Olympics before forging a respected professional career. Guys, give it up for El Diamante Raul Marquez. This next non-Nevada resident boxer, the fan-friendly, hard-hitting Argentine and former WBA super lightweight and welterweight world champion, Marcos Maidana fought 6 times in Nevada, known for his relentless aggression, solid punching power, and memorable battles with Amir Khan, Victor Ortiz, and of course, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Round of applause for Marcos Maidana, Chino, class of 26. This next one, a legendary heavyweight contender remembered for his powerful left hook and his historic 1982 championship bout against Larry Holmes in front of 29,000 at Caesar's Palace. For those of you that are young, you know, don't remember, they used to fight outside here, right? And then from the outhouse to outside, now inside, but 29,000 fans at Caesar's Palace. Key victories over Ken Norton, Ron Lyle, and Jimmy Young. Again, give it up for Jerry Cooney. In the non-boxer category, universally recognized as boxing's predominant artist through his refined talent and lifelong dedication to the sport, Richard Sloan has made the lasting contributions to boxing by helping preserve and celebrate art historically through boxing. Again, non-boxer Richard Sloan, class of 26. And last but not least, posthumous category here for 26. One of the most popular fighters of his generation, the British star captured world titles at junior welterweight and at welterweight, including a spectacular 11th round knockout of IBF and Ring Magazine champion Costa Zoo. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Hitman Hatton, class of 2026. I want to bring up Anthony and Michelle right now. They are the driving force behind Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Please give these guys a round of applause and their staff. There would be no Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame without these two. I'll let them say a few words. And again, thank you to DMG for letting us crash the presser. Guys, August 11th, Chelsea at the Cosmopolitan, GMG Boxing, Night of Champions 10. The presser is followed. There you go, Michelle.
Thank you all. I'm so honored to be able to announce the classes that we're having the 2025 and 2026. You know, it's so nice to look out and see former inductees of the Hall of Fame like Casamayor and Fernando Vargas, and we have Joe Cortez. You know, this is what it's all about, making history. Everything you guys are gonna do, and Dylan, we started fighting at our amateur shows when he was just very, very young. And this is what boxing, we're here to preserve this. And that's why we appreciate even DMG allowing us to be a part of this epic announcement today for their inaugural fight here at Cosmopolitan, their entry to Las Vegas. Thank you so much for allowing us to combine the history with the new legacy that you guys are going to bring to Nevada. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Cynthia Conte, and welcome to the historic Johnny Tocco Ringside Gym here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as DMG Boxing presents Night of Champions 10 press conference. We want to thank our sponsors, Mike Purrs and Associates, Fightbook, El Gran Legado de Vida, Easy Track Oil and Gas, and we'd like to sincerely thank Johnny Tocco Ringside Gym for graciously hosting us to your gym for today's press conference. And we also want to thank Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame for setting this all up. But this is a special gym for all of these fighters and for us to all see. So thank you.
Thank you guys for showing up.
You wanna?
It's great. Thank you.
No.
Good luck, fighters, and thanks for coming in. Good luck, guys. Thanks, guys.
All right, today you are sat here in one of the most iconic boxing gyms in history. Some of the greatest boxers have trained out of this gym, like Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Marvin Hagler, Sonny Liston, Bernard Hopkins, Michael Spinks, Roberto Duran, Jermaine Taylor, Julio Cesar Chavez, Diego Corrales, Floyd Mayweather Sr., Freddie Roach, Livingston Bramble, Michael Spinks, Michael Dokes, Ray Mancini, Christy Martin, Layla Ali, Sergio Martinez, just to name a few. So you are sitting where where greats and legends have come out of. So again, thank you for graciously hosting us. But today we are here to hear from our fighters competing on a thrilling DMG boxing event live on PBV.com, Fubo, Dish, Triller.tv, Bash TV, and major cable providers such as Verizon, Comcast, and Rogers in Canada. It's all taking place this Saturday, April 11th at the Chelsea Theater at the Cosmopolitan Hotel here in Viva Las Vegas, in the fight capital of the world. Headlined by Brandon the Cannon Adams as he takes on the undefeated Caoimhin the Black Thunder Agyarko for the IBF Super Welterweight Title Eliminator. Tickets are still available and on sale through Ticketmaster. Before we hear from our main event fighters, the rest of our pay-per-view portion of the undercard, we have a very stacked and talented undercard opening DMG Boxing Night of Champions 10. We will be hearing from a few of them now as they look to make a statement ahead of the action under the bright lights here in Vegas. It is a thrilling night of fights, and it all begins 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Kicking off DMG Boxing Night of Champions 10, the stuntman Ebenezer Griffith from Louisville, Kentucky, is putting his undefeated record against a very crafty Wayne Boudreaux from Marrero, Louisiana, in an 8-round middleweight bout. Ebenezer, would you like to say something real quick?
Yes, please. Que rollo, canales. Man, hace mucho tiempo, finalmente estamos aquí. Man, hice este campamento de entrenamiento con Brandon Adams. Trabajamos muy duro cada día en todo de sparring y todo de los guerrillas. Man, estamos listos. You know, como siempre dijo que no estoy en este deporte solo para competir. Voy a ser campeón del mundo. Estoy en este deporte para llenar arenas y convertirme en una marca internacional. Y sábado ustedes van a ver el futuro de este deporte. Estamos viniendo, estamos listos. Hasta sábado. Man, guys, thank you so much for coming out. I'm super stoked. This is, it's been a long time coming, man. You know, like I always say, man, I'm not in this sport just to compete. I truly am here to take over. I'm in this sport to become a world champion. And I know that sounds like lofty. And people might say like, bro, you're only 7-0. Like, what are you talking about? But the truth is, ever since I was a child, man, I've always believed that I am a world champion. And I promise you, man, Saturday at the Cosmopolitan, you guys are going to see the future of boxing. El futuro del boxeo. Estamos listos. Hasta sábado.
Ebenezer, real quick, I noticed that you go ahead.
I was going to say, if anybody needed a translation for what he was saying in the beginning, he was saying that the camp went very well. He feels very well. He's ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah, I was expecting English. I'm like, I can't translate everything you just said.
No,
Sum it up for you if you want it.
when I said in Spanish, I said I did a training camp with Brandon Adams, and I'm very grateful to him, for allowing me to do training camp with him. We trained very hard. We did a lot of sparring, we did a lot of running, a lot of strength conditioning, man, and man, I cannot wait, man. We are as prepared as we can possibly.
You got to tell him about hot yoga.
Oh yeah, the hot yoga, man. I got Brandon on the yoga for this camp, man. So
I was just going to ask you, because you are into hot yoga.
Yeah.
I know that obviously it's helpful for your bodies. Have you guys tried Pilates and ballet?
Shit, that stretched me out. I ain't never yogaed before.
Man,
It was hot and I was bothered, but I did it because my brother asked for it.
Bro, he did phenomenal, man. We're not just fighters. We're in here stretching, man, making sure that our minds are relaxed. And man, we're prepared in all different avenues, not just the boxing aspect, but our minds are ready. We're sharp mentally, we're sharp physically. Our bodies are limber, man. I like to hit the yoga 3 times a week, so being able to do that with Brandon was pretty awesome, man. We were there at the yoga studio. You got these 2 ripped athletes, and like everybody's looking at us, and we're over there doing the different poses, and yeah, it was a good time.
Well, try Pilates and ballet, because Andre Ward swore by it from the beginning of his career.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'll definitely have to try that ballet.
All right, thank you guys. And we also have lightweight sensation Jalen Skywalker from Los Angeles, California, taking on Uruguayan boxer Joaquin Dinamita Facho in a 6-round lightweight bout. 8 rounds. 8 rounds, okay. They changed it on me. All right, Jalen, welcome. You are fighting here in Las Vegas for the first time. I did see on your socials that you were shadow boxing behind a tiger.
Yeah, that was a while back.
What made you do that?
I don't know. I just like to, do things on social media. But yeah, that was a few years ago. This is my first time fighting professionally, professionally in Las Vegas. But I fought here in Vegas many times throughout the amateurs. So I'm glad to be back. I have family out here. I got family coming to watch me, and going to put on the show.
All right, thank you. All right, next we have the very skilled Javier El Guerrito Zamaron from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, putting his undefeated record on the line against Las Vegas' very own Ryan Stone Lee Allen in an 8-round featherweight clash. Javier?
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here in the fight capital of the world on a great card with other great fighters. And I'm just coming to put on a show. I had a great camp over at RGBA. And I'm ready, I'm coming to try to steal the show. It's going to be a great event for everybody, though. Ready to put on a show.
All right, well, we had a very interesting conversation outside, Javier. You're going to get a lot of grief from this. You said Derrick Rose is your favorite basketball player, and he beats Jordan and everyone.
Man.
Oh. Why do you say this? Why do you say this as he is your favorite athlete, but why are you biased like that?
I just think there's nobody that's able to guard him. That's my thing. If he has ball first and he's going to do what he wants with it, he's going to score, I think. So if he has ball first against anybody, I don't think there's anybody ever that can stop him.
Okay, fair. Did Ryan come in? Ryan Lee? He is not here. He's here. Okay, well, we'll come back to your opponent. Next up from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico, former Mexican Olympian Brianda Tamara puts her O up against the hungry and very talented Krishana Wynn from Euclid, Ohio in a 6-round welterweight clash. Brianda?
Hey everyone, I'm so happy to be here. It's a dream for me to fight in Vegas. Estoy lista, creo que mañana, el sábado, va a ser una gran pelea, vamos a mostrar un gran show. Estoy agradecida con DNG, Wild Soul Boxing, por traerme hasta aquí. Creo que siempre en equipo llegamos más lejos. Y pues nada, feliz de también ver a mi gente mexicana aquí. Y pues feliz, lista y por lo que viene.
You're going to have to translate that.
Okay, I'm ready to my fight. I'm grateful for be here in Las Vegas. You know, it's a dream for all the boxers fight in Vegas. I'm ready. I'm grateful, and that's it.
Brianda, I learned about you that if you weren't boxing, you wanted to be a pilot, an airplane. Yeah. And you're also in physical therapy school right now, correct?
Yes.
Why a pilot?
Always like travel. Always like fly. I always. Es un sueño para mí viajar por el mundo, flying around the world. Pero el boxeo también me dio lo mismo. He viajado mucho gracias a mi trabajo duro y creo que vienen cosas más grandes. Como dices, I'm a Mexican Olympian and I will be world champion.
Okay. All right. Okay. Krishana is not here, so we'll move on. Next, from Lagos, Nigeria, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, knockout artist Michael Stars Osuma, Shooting Stars, puts his undefeated record on the line against the very highly skilled Argentinian Sergio Gil in a thrilling 10-round super welterweight bout for the NABA title. Oh, you don't want to come up? Why aren't you up here? Come on up. I thought I was looking at you when I was. Yes. All right, Michael Osuma.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Bring the mic a little bit closer to you. And then you want to say, why should they come and watch you? Why invite people to watch you in Vegas and on PPV.com?
The reason why you should come watch me is that I'm a street boy, born in the street, raised up in the street, I grew up in the street, and I'm bringing it to boxing. So come on, come watch me and see something new. 3 years, 4 years in the sport, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You were a professional soccer player in Asia. Why did you come into boxing and leave that career?
I got all temper. So you kick me on the leg, I'm coming for your knee. And when my coach told me to come outside, I don't want to come outside. And someone said to me, you know what? Go into boxing. Transfer that energy and see what happens. And I came to the United States 3 years ago. I went to the Mount Charleston with the fighters. I got up, I came down, and they were still up. And when they came down, they were all sitting down on the ground. And I said to myself, yeah, let's go. I can do this. And that's what got me in boxing. That's what got me in boxing.
And you have your 3-year-old son who's watching TV right now. And
Yeah,
I know that you have 3 kids, and you do everything for them.
Yeah, I got 3 bouncing baby boy. 1 on the line, 1 coming in, making them 4. I'm all about my kids. I'm doing this for my boys. And you know what it is when you're fighting for something. I'm fighting for these guys right here.
All right, thank you.
Joel Casamayo! Let's go! It got me in, and we're all together.
Okay, and now the final bout before our television pay-per-view portion. One of the fastest rising prospects in boxing. Hailing from Los Angeles, California, Chantal Chicanita Navarro takes on La Princesa Perla Lomelli from Mexicali, Mexico, in an all-action 8-round super bantamweight bout for the vacant WBC World Youth title. Chantal.
Hi, my name is Chantal. I'm so happy to be here. Like most of these boxers said, it's such a dream to fight in Vegas. It's a fighter's dream to fight in Vegas. The atmosphere, the vibe, and I'm so excited. I'm ready. Fight night is around the corner, and I'm just looking forward to it.
You were the youngest female to be signed by Nike, 17 years old.
Yes.
And also, I asked you, what would you be if you weren't a boxer? And I really enjoyed your answer and the reason why. And what is that?
I would like to be a lawyer because I like to argue. It takes me a lot to get there, but I can get there, so yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now this Saturday night, April 11th, at the Chelsea Theater inside the Cosmopolitan Hotel here in Las Vegas is where it all goes down. Opening bout starts 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. DMG Boxing presents Night of Champions 10. We want to thank again our sponsors, Mike Perez and Associates, Fight Book, El Gran Legado de Vida, Easy Track Oil and Gas, and of course, again, Johnny Tocco, Ringside Gym. Kicking off the pay-per-view portion of DMG Boxing Night of Champions 10 is a very highly decorated amateur and super lightweight prospect from Kilkenny, Ireland. Brandon McCarthy takes on Cuban prospect Renny Mastrapa in a 6-round super lightweight bout. Want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I'm looking forward to Saturday night, putting on a great performance. Traveling all the way from Ireland and having a great amateur career has really benefited me being over here. Myself and Marvin at the Wildcard, we've had a great camp, probably one of my hardest and toughest camps so far. So I'm just ready to put it all in the ring on Saturday night and show everyone what I can do.
All right, this young gentleman is already touted as the future of boxing. Dylan the Threat Capatillo, you're making your pro debut here in your hometown in Las Vegas against featherweight prospect Jesus Castro in a 4-round featherweight showdown. Would you like to say hello?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to thank my promoter, Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, and DMG Boxing for having me on their card. You know, it's a blessing. I'm ready to go. I've been working for this my whole life, and the time has come. A superstar is born Saturday night, and I want to thank all you for being here. Y agradecido con mi raza. Gracias a todos por apoyarme. Ustedes siempre están conmigo en la esquina cuando voy a subir a ese cuadrilátero. Y vamos con todo sábado en la noche. Una superestrella nace el sábado.
Thank you. All right, with a record of 18 wins, no defeats, by way of 7 knockouts, he makes his U.S. and Las Vegas debut. Representing Belfast, Northern Ireland, please help me welcome Caoimhin, the Black Thunder Agyarko.
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to finally come to Vegas. I've been to America 5 times before as an amateur. I've fought in Washington, Florida, Boston, and stuff like that. So I'm not new to the States, but it's great to be in Vegas. It's obviously everyone's dream as a kid to fight in a state like Vegas, and for me, it's the pinnacle of boxing. And yeah, listen, I'm ready. I'm prepared to put on a great show on Saturday night. I'm fighting Brandon for the final eliminator of the IBF. It's a high-stakes fight, and it's going to be all action, so I'm looking forward to the challenge.
All righty. Your opponent. With a record of 23 wins, 4 defeats, by way of 16 knockouts, he delivered a very decisive victory over Sergey Bohuchuk in a highly contested rematch on the Canelo versus Undercard at the Allegiant Stadium last year. Now he's looking to once again showcase his skills and the power he carries in both of his hands. Please help me welcome Brandon the Cannon Adams.
Small error. That's not the record. I'm 26-4.
20 what?
6.
Oh, they need to fix your box record.
That's what I'm saying. You know
Box
what I'm saying?
rec.
I ain't blaming you.
Y'all need to fix your
I ain't blaming
record.
you. I just, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everybody knew. 30 fights in. It's been a long time coming. Joe Cortez, you remember me? When I was up in there at Sean Porter's camp, you was up in there. You told me one of these days I was going to be right here. I'm here, and he's here too. That's amazing. Everything happens for a reason. The whole Brandon Adams story, as far as him being a professional, all the layoffs, all that time being taken away. I'm here to clock back in, get all my time back. This Saturday, IBF Eliminators on the line against an undefeated fighter who's proven to be here. So it will be proven the night of the fight when we get in the ring and we fight. He's the Black Thunder. That night I'll be the Black Clover. I'm part Irish too. You know what I'm saying? But it's Cannon Nation and we up in here. I'm part Irish too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make sure that the Irish love that you got, that you want to be the champion, I'm gonna be an Irish champion too, bruh. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make that clear, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it my way. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. I can tell, you know what I'm saying? He did everything in his power to make sure that he's ready. I see his team, they looking at me. They trying to make sure I'm in shape, that I look good, you know what I'm saying? Trying to look for a weakness. Hey, the Brandon did it last time, he gonna do it this time. Ain't too many weaknesses up in his body. He's always hard. He's always in shape. He's older. But, you know what I'm saying, he fine wine, and he gonna show it this Saturday, April 11th. I'm looking forward to sharing the ring with that brother right there. I'm looking forward to putting on a hell of a performance so the world can see why we do what we do and why we belong where we supposed to be. Cannon Nation, you know what I'm saying? We out here, we doing it.
Work time! Let's go, champ!
All right, well, welcome, gentlemen. Let's hear more from the fighters. Let's start with the super lightweights opening up the card. Rennie is not here. Okay, so Brandon McCarthy. Brandon, you're over here. You're a highly decorated amateur who's faced a variety of styles. I know you've trained alongside Callum Walsh. How has he helped you and your coach, Marvin Samodio, prepare to take on the slick Cuban boxer, Rennie Mastrapa?
Yeah, me and Callum grew up together on the national team in Ireland, you know, traveling the world together, living in hotel rooms together. So coming over to Los Angeles, walking into the Wildcard gym was unbelievable. Pacquiao was one of my favorite fighters as well growing up. So even to be working with Marvin now and the work we put in over the last 8 to 10 weeks has been unbelievable. The experience I've had around the world, I've boxed, I've sparred all different types of styles. So I'm ready for whatever this guy wants to bring on Saturday night.
Brandon, this moment right now, what it means to you that your father used to wake you up at 3, 4 in the morning in Ireland to wake you up to see the legend Manny Pacquiao win titles here in Las Vegas. Now that you're training at Wildcard, sometimes alongside him, and now you're fighting and making your Las Vegas debut. Talk about what that moment means to you right now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It means so much to me. It immediately makes the dream become a reality now when I can see it closer to getting to that world title shot and climbing my way up the rankings and really making a name for myself.
Okay. And lastly, congratulations signing with DMG Boxing. Why was DMG Boxing a better fit for you when there were other offers or interests?
Yeah, from when I first signed with Mark and Wise Owl, he brought me to DMG. They laid out a plan for me, goals of what they wanted me to do and where they can get me to. And my first fight with them now was in Las Vegas, coming from where I come from in Ireland, such a small town, back in the countryside. So I can see the road ahead and I can see what they can do for me, and I'm excited for the journey.
Now, do you think after your win, are you gonna, I don't know if there's an Apache pizza here.
No, I won't. I'll hold off the Apache pizza now, but I might find an Irish bar. So I might be down there having some Irish food down there maybe after the fight. Then after we get the win, then down for some Irish whiskey.
Ah, there you go. Okay, Jesus Castro is not here. Okay, so well then, Dylan Capetillo, moving it over to you. Your promoter, Oscar De La Hoya of Golden Boy, has called you the future of boxing. As you have the first opportunity to face the press and answer questions, what does the future of boxing look like to you?
Well, the future of boxing for me is to become world champion. That's the goal. I always had that dream of becoming a superstar in professional boxing and a world champion. That's always been the dream.
Okay. Now, you've trained alongside world champions like, you know, Tyson Fury, Canelo, Andy Ruiz, and even ran with Manny Pacquiao in those legendary hills. And you have a world-class trainer and father, Jorge Capetillo. There you are. He's in your corner. What have you taken from those experiences, both inside and outside of the ring?
No, the experience I've taken from learning from all those fighters is that consistency. You know, you go in the gym, you go to run, you do it with a good attitude. No matter what day it is, no matter how you're feeling, you got to put in the work. And that's the sacrifice it takes to get to the top, and that's what I've learned from those guys. And, you know, I'm blessed to have my father in my corner. You know, he's been in big fights. He knows what it feels to be up there, and when he's in my corner, I have that full trust for him to take care of me and tell me what to do.
How does it feel that you've always been to press conferences, but never on the table and answering questions? How does that feel right now?
No, it feels good. When I was a little kid, seeing all these fighters, I was like, man, like, why can't I be up there now? And, you know, I'm ready to go. My pops, he's prepared me for it all. And, you know, now that I'm here, I'm soaking it all in and just enjoying the moment.
Okay. All right, now we head over to our co-main event. Julian Montalvo versus Manuel Lerma. Manuel, Manuel is not here.
Over here.
Okay, Manuel. Okay. Let me start with you. You are facing Julian, who has sparred with the likes world-class fighters Shakur, Keyshawn Davis, Rolly Romero, Marlon Tapales. What would a win over him do for your career?
You know, I come into these fights wanting to build my experience. You know, I've already got that high-class experience from all these pros. I just continue working with getting the pro experience, because it's very different when you're sparring and when you're actually in the ring. And I've learned that through these past 5 fights that I've had. And, you know, it's a good feeling actually having my hard work being paid off. You know, having it be looked over and people actually appreciate it. You know, I never loved boxing starting off ever. I hated it. I hated going to the gym, punching the bag, and having to do the same thing over and over. And that anger and that love for this sport grew, and I never was scared. I got in there with anybody, always older. You know, I had that intent that I just want to get rid of whoever's in front of me, you know. So I wish my opponent good luck, and I hope everything the best for him, and I look forward to Saturday night.
All right. Well, that question was for your opponent, because when I said, but for Manuel, but for you, Bob Arum saw something very, very special in you, and he signed you. You're 18 years old, and many are calling you boxing's best kept secret and a boxing prodigy. Why do you think that is?
You know, when I was 13 years old, I had stepped into the top-ranked gym. You know, many people would get kicked out around that age, but I was able to sneak in, because the first time I got into that gym, they put me in already with, like, the first world champion that they put me in there with at 14 years old, Angelo Leo. They made me spar with all these upcoming prospects, and, you know, like Carmel Moen and Troy Nash. You know, you see them coming up now. Now, I didn't like being looked like a bum or a scum in the ring, so, you know, it built my confidence to want to get rid of these people in front of me. You know, I just got in there. I worked hard with my coach. You know, my coach has been having me since I was 5 years old. You know, every day, just hard work, and it really built my mentality up that I want to be great in this sport. And being great is hard work, dedication. And one thing most boxers don't really have, they have skill, they got hard work, but they gotta love this sport. And I love this sport like anything, you know. It's like my baby, bro. So, like, you know, if I'm coming in here in the gym, you know, I'm happy. You know, everybody in the gym, they know I come in with a smile. But when it's time to fight, you know, I bring out my game face. I'm serious, you know. They always think I'm mad, and no, I just take it serious when it comes to fight night.
Well, you've just mentioned some of the fighters that you've sparred and some top contenders. What have you taken away from that kind of experience and applied it to your style? Because you like to be very creative and change it up in the ring.
Yeah, you know, one thing everybody hates in boxing is getting hit. And you always run into back-footed fighters, you run into pressure fighters, you know, mix of both. And I've been in there with everyone, you know. Sometimes they got the best of me, but I always told my coach, I was like, make sure he don't go nowhere. I want to spar him on Saturday, you know. I wanted to get in there. I don't like getting the best of me, you know. They say every dog has their day, but I hate having my day, you know. So every time I get in that ring, I'm in there. I want to learn. I want to hit him, but I'm using some of my experience that I've learned, you know. And, you know, the next experience I just got to learn is to keep fighting these people that I'm fighting in front of me, you know, take them, have a good fight, look good, and that's what it's all about.
All right. Well, we'll see you at the, what is that, media workout later.
Oh,
so, yeah. Okay, now it is time to turn it over to the main event fighters. You boys ready? Yeah. All right. Caoimhin Agyarko, let's go to you first. As you prepare for your debut in the U.S. and in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, you've overcame some very serious adversity and a very traumatic experience back in 2017. How does it feel in this moment to be here today, still fighting, smiling, and pushing forward?
Yeah, it's just a testament to my mindset. Obviously, in 2017, I experienced a near-death experience, obviously, and to pull myself from dark places and rock bottom to get to this stage now, it's just a testament to my mindset and my love and belief in myself for boxing. I've got my two best friends, front row, who helped me get out of dark places back then, so it's a full circle moment for me to have my team, to have my friends, my family with me at this moment. But yeah, it's been a long journey, a hard journey, and I'm prepared the best that I could throughout them 7-8 years.
Okay. Brandon Adams, you've said that no one in the super welterweight division was calling out your name, but this gentleman, Caoimhin, stepped up and said yes. He says you're no young pup in your last press conference, and he is coming to end your career. What's your response to that?
Somebody over there said cap. He could try it. I would like for him to try it. I need for him to try his best. I need the best version of the Black Thunder when we get in the ring and fight, because I'm not expecting anything other than that. So when we get in the ring, him thinking that he can end my career, there's been many guys who tried, and I'm still standing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. The political side of boxing, the promotional side, which tried to pin me up, couldn't do it. I outlived it. You know what I'm saying? My body is fresh. I'm not as old as they say. You saw it. You know what I'm saying? I still got abs. I still look like Wolverine under this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? I am the fine wine of boxing. I'm that bald head, you know what I'm saying, of this generation. You know what I'm saying? That Marvin Hagler, them type of fighters, that's what you have today. So if he plan on stopping me, then he knows he got to work real hard. They know they got to work real hard. They know they in a real fight. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that I'm actually part Irish too, so I got fight in me, and you've seen it every fight that I've been in. I've never seen a boring fight with the cannon in it. You know, everything that he says he's gonna have to live up to, I've done it before. I've seen versions of myself in this young man right here where things wasn't looking my way, and then I had to switch and change things that happened, and I feel like he could potentially do that. I'm rooting for him, just not this fight, you know. I think he could do a lot of great things in the sport, but that'll be after we fight and not because he won, you know what I'm saying? It's because he's learned a trial and tribulation of being in the ring with the cannon. And I commend your team. I love that your team is here to support you. I really do. Because after we had said, I was going to take him and his whole team out for drinks. The cannon don't drink, you know what I'm saying? But he going to make sure he cheers and take care of them afterwards because of this performance we going to put on. It's going to be worth a drink for him, you know what I'm saying? He came a long way. He came a long way from Ireland and the UK, and I appreciate the challenge. And nobody did call out my name. He didn't call out my name. He answered what was there for him, and I respect that. I would never disrespect another fighter. We are all fighters, and we put it all on the lines, you know what I'm saying? But this was a great opportunity for him. So like hell, he'll say no. And he's reaching. And I appreciate the reach, you know what I'm saying? But we was talking about Derrick Rose, you know what I'm saying? You reach too far, you get shook. It just happens, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the cannon does, you know? He don't never just sit still. He shake, he move, he got a lot of trickery. It's a lot of things that he learned that I feel like after this fight, he will learn and he'll be able to take his stride. And even if, you know what I'm saying, you guys ever need some extra coaching, you know what I'm saying? The cannon also has a boxing gym. He coaches fighters as well. I would love to help this young brother become a whole lot better in his career, because I'm definitely going to help him become better after the night of our fight.
All right. Wow, okay. Well, you've been taunting Caoimhin, I mean, now with the hat, wearing the green leprechaun outfit on your socials. Do you know how to say his name yet?
Huh?
Do you know how to say his name yet? You've been calling him the Black Thunder.
Oh, yeah, I have been calling him the Black Thunder because it was a pun, because when I first heard his name, I was like, man, who? The Black Thunder? That sounds like a porno name. So, So I kept going along with it. The Black Thunder, you know what I'm saying? He out there trying to drop bombs in Ireland, you know what I'm saying? He ain't dropping them out here in the UK. I mean in LA. He gonna have to keep his shorts on for this one. But Caoimhin Agyarko?
Say it again.
Caoimhin Agyarko? Am I saying it right now? Say it for me, please. I wanted to hear my man say it, to be honest, and I promise after today and tomorrow, I'll never forget how to say it.
Pronounce your name for him.
Yeah.
I had to ask you too, make sure.
Caoimhin Agyarko, and after Saturday, you'll never forget the name again. Let me tell you
Brother,
that.
I'm not gonna forget your name because we're fighting in general. I'm not gonna forget your name because I don't forget the names of the people that we shared the ring with. But for the life of me, you know what I'm saying, I didn't call him Caoimhin. I wanted to make sure I probably got his name right. I respect him, and I wanted to make sure that I got it right. So, you know what I'm saying? Say it one more time, a motorcycle was going by. You heard it. It was a motorcycle going by. Like, soon as he decided to say it, you know what I'm saying?
Say it one more time for him.
Caoimhin Agyarko.
Caoimhin Agyarko.
Caoimhin Agyarko.
Caoimhin Agyarko. I got
All
you
right.
this time, brother. I got you.
Okay, well, Caoimhin, you're aiming to become the very first Black Irish world champion, and Brandon Adams stands in your way. He's explosive, skilled, experienced, and has a very high ring IQ. What is the key to neutralizing him on Saturday night?
I'm not going to give our game plan away.
I was about to say, don't answer that. Let it be a surprise. I wanted the world to see. Don't be asking them kind of questions.
He doesn't have to answer. I need to ask.
I'm not
People
gonna,
might answer.
I'm not going to give my game plan away, but I just got to be the best Caoimhin Agyarko. I believe that when I'm the best Caoimhin Agyarko, there's not 154-pounder that will beat me. I'm confident in my skills. I train extremely hard, and I've prepared for the best Brandon Adams, and I'm going to bring the best Caoimhin Agyarko, and it's going to be a great fight. But what I will say, as much as I appreciate Brandon has Irish heritage, he's got a hat on that is an Italian flag, not an Irish flag. So if you're going to try and represent Ireland, represent it properly.
You got me.
That's why when you said Irish and then you showed that, his best friend started laughing. Okay, well, Brandon, you heard somewhat of Agyarko's plan. Well, there's not a plan, he told you. But he's going to hand you another loss. With former WBC champion, the Pocket Rocket, Wayne McCullough, in your corner. He's known for his relentless style. What have you learned from him and to add to your arsenal and to your game plan?
I think every time you see me fight, you've seen a relentless style. My last fight, you saw that relentless style. I didn't back up. I fought against the guy who knows no reverse, and I had his ass in reverse the whole night. He is not that man. Like I said, I've seen athleticism. I've seen things from this fighter in which I've had to pay very close attention to and acknowledge to understand how to dissect. But I'm from LA. I'm from Watts. You know what I'm saying? The parts of LA in which I'm from, it's East Los, it's everywhere. It's everything right there. It's a boiling pot of all of us. And I've been in the ring with plenty of great fighters, from sparring all the way to becoming a professional, sharing a ring with these fighters. And maybe he does have something that I've never seen before, but I make quick adjustments. I slightly got ADHD, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be all over everything that he do. Him, his team, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be analyzing and trying to dissect what I'm doing per round. And I'm going to always be one step ahead. And we'll see it April 11th.
Okay. Caoimhin, the super welterweight division is on fire. And with the IBF Eliminator title on the line, leading to Josh Kelly, which would be a massive fight in the UK. What do you want him to see and want him to know? Because he will be watching you closely.
Josh Kelly knows all about me. We've sparred before. There's been a bit of back and forth on social media before, so he knows what he's going to see from Caoimhin Agyarko. I just hope that I believe I'll win this fight on Saturday, but if it's Brandon's time, I just hope that Josh doesn't run because he likes to run a lot. And I believe I'll win and I'll fight Josh Kelly, but if it's not me and it's Brandon, I hope he gets his shot because Josh Kelly will look for a route out of this fight. I think this is one of the hardest fights in the 154 division, and we've both stepped up to fight each other. But yeah, hopefully Josh doesn't run for a unification fight, but I believe the IBF will honour their mandatory position, and one of us will be fighting him next.
Okay. Same question over to you, Brandon. The IBF title eliminator is on the line. Josh Kelly is the IBF champ. He will be watching you closely as well. What do you want him to know about you?
What do I want Josh Kelly to know about me that he probably don't already know?
Is there something about you that we don't know that we're going to see, since we've seen you in the ring many times?
As far as boxing goes, man, Josh Kelly knows. Josh Kelly knows I'm coming hard. You know what I'm saying? He knows. Man, I don't know, cause Josh Kelly might not take this route. I wouldn't want to take this route if I was Josh Kelly. I know how to cut the ring off. I know. I've been in the ring, man. I've been in the ring long enough. I'm trying to map it out real quick just so you can just kind of see my brain is racing real quick, but I'm gonna try my best to slow it down. I think if I'm Josh Kelly, I would rather fight Fandora. I would rather go after Fandora and call myself trying to unify versus to come my way. But no, I just don't see Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly can't. No, he's naturally a smarter guy. And, you know, he's known for using the ring. But I know how to use the ring myself. I know how to cut the ring off. Josh Kelly is it's just more so of a guarantee. That's what Josh Kelly is going to learn this Saturday is that, like, now there's nowhere to go but except to accept that you have to fight the mandatory. That's it, and that's all, really.
All right, and then how does it feel? You're just one fight away from fighting for another world title, just in your career.
It's been a long time coming. It's always one fight at a time. I feel good though. I feel great. I know it's coming, but I never overlook anything that's right in front of me. I pay very close attention to detail, so. I want to focus right here on Saturday first, and then I'll feel good about everything else after.
Okay. Well, media, if anyone in the audience have any questions for any of the fighters, raise your hand. Anyone? Oh, back there. Do you have a microphone? Hold on, real fast. Yeah, if you have a question, just move up because of the microphones, please.
And you use that one, okay?
My question is for Julia Montalvo. My question is, how does it feel making your American debut in your hometown?
It's exciting, you know. I always dreamed of fighting here in Vegas, even though I lived here. I mean, it's the state capital of boxing, or the capital of boxing. It sounds funky a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I always wanted to fight in Vegas. I always seen it on TV, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, that's where I live. Like, when are we gonna go? I've been to a lot of these Vegas fights, like Furry and Ortiz, and I was like, you know, one day I'm gonna go ahead and be on the big stage, you know. I always wanted to have that spotlight to showcase my skills, you know. And the one that asked my question was my uncle, and you know, he's always been there, you know. He's made boxing a part of boxing more exciting for me. He's always been there to support me through everything, you know. When I was like 5 years old, he took me to my first boxing gym, and you know, I can't wait for these years to pass by and I could finally experience being a champion. You know, another goal is becoming undisputed and going to multiple divisions, you know. But for now, we're just working on the little goals and working our way up.
Real fast, before we take another question, Ryan Stone Lee, Alan? He's going to be facing Javier El Guerrito.
Hola, muchas gracias por la oportunidad de estar acá. Mi nombre es Joaquín Facio y nada, muy contento por la oportunidad, por el proyecto de Maldonado Boxea, que es lo que me ha llegado a llegar hasta acá y bueno, este sábado daré lo mejor de mí y si Dios quiere nos llevaremos la victoria.
Okay. All right, that is not Ryan. That's Joaquin. Okay, any other question? Oh, right there.
Julian and Dylan, we had both you guys and the amateurs here. Dylan, I remember you fighting on the Hall of Fame event at Caesar's Palace. I think you were 8, 9, 10 years old, coming out with the big sombrero and stuff. So very proud of both you guys. I have you local boys on this card right here. We're very, very proud of you. Dylan, to you, you're making your pro debut here in your hometown with all your people here. I know there can be a lot of stress and pressure on your shoulders. I know you got a great coach and a great mentor right there. But what are you doing? How do you feel physically, but mentally and emotionally about making your debut here with that type of weight on your shoulders?
No, the pressure's been there since I started boxing. There's always been noise of me being a future superstar, a future world champion. And I believe in my hard work, the discipline, the sacrifice that I put in. So many rounds, so much sparrings, all the early runs, the long runs. It's all gonna show Saturday, and it's gonna keep showing for the rest of my career.
Hi, this question is also for Dylan Capetillo. This is Sassy with Elite Champ TV. What makes you a dangerous fighter?
You said what?
What makes you a dangerous fighter?
No, what makes me a dangerous fighter is my heart. When I step in the ring, I flip that switch, and it's kill or be killed. Nobody's a friend in there, and it's not a game. The sport is serious. We've seen many accidents, but that heart and the work that I put in the gym to prepare myself for war.
And my other question is, there's been so many superstars that you've been around growing up. Who do you think is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration since I started boxing was Muhammad Ali. I used to go on YouTube, watch videos. I went to watch his movie when it came out right away. I was the first one in the theater. But Muhammad Ali, all his phrases, the training videos, he one of the phrases that stuck to me is he never started counting his sit-ups until he started getting tired. So, I always keep that in my head. And, yeah, definitely Muhammad Ali.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marisol from BME Ringside. I have two questions. The first one in Spanish and the second in English. La primera en español, que es de que ahorita que Canelo ya se va a retirar pronto y está ahora sí que la fanaticada mexicana está esperando que tú des el salto a representar a México. Obviamente México, americano, obviamente, pero ¿tienes alguna presión de ahorita que vas a ahora sí que a salir en tu pro debut y qué se siente? ¿Tienes te sientes presionado, te sientes nervioso? ¿Qué?
No, estoy acostumbrado a la presión, desde chiquito he tenido mucha luz, mucha atención sobre mí y ese es el favor de Dios que está sobre mí y estoy preparado. Estoy súper preparado, estoy trabajando desde chiquito, no es nada nuevo el boxeo, el estar en el cuadrilátero. Y para toda mi raza, siempre van a estar conmigo cuando suba al cuadrilátero y solo soy otro paisita como ustedes y estoy listo para demostrar quién soy el sábado.
The second one is going to be in English. So it's very unusual to have a pro debut with an undefeated fighter. And I know because I saw that he has one win, which is a knockout. So is there any pressure? How do you feel about that? Because it doesn't really, it doesn't happen often.
No, there's no pressure. I believe in my hard work and my talent. I've stepped in the ring with great fighters. I've been in the ring this past year with Mark Magsayo, Emiliano Vargas, Shakur Stevenson, Shushu Carrington, and so much more names. And, I believe in that, and I believe in what I prepare for.
Any more questions? Oh, go ahead. No, yes, question.
Abel Rojas de Boxeo LB, la pregunta es para Dylan Capetillo.
Dylan, el debut soñado en la ciudad que te vio nacer, sabemos que te firmó Golden Boy, el gran Oscar de la Hoya. ¿Sientes alguna presión, alguna responsabilidad, ya que sabemos que Oscar está acostumbrado a hacer estrellas de alto nivel como Ryan García, como Canelo? ¿Cuál es tu sentir?
No, pues como acabo de decir, la presión la he tenido desde chiquito, la presión ha estado ahí, pero ya la sé controlar. Eso, yo nomás hablo con mí mismo y sé controlar eso y estamos más que preparados. Yo creo en mi preparación, en todo el sacrificio que he hecho y el trabajo que he hecho con mi padre y mi familia y estamos listos.
Pues muchas felicidades y mucho éxito.
Muchas gracias.
Any more questions?
I think we could wrap it up. Yeah.
We're good? Okay, before anything, that is Joaquin Dinamita Facho? What?
El machito sueño. ¿Qué diste?
Que dinamita no, el machito sueño.
Machito sueño.
Oh, he's a trainer?
¿Qué tengo que decir ahora?
Puedes decirlo ahí.
Joaquín el Machito Jr.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, fighting Jalen Skywalker. Okay.
El machito. El machito.
Okay,
Tienes que
now.
decir la palabra.
Okay. Back to you, Caoimhin. Your undefeated record is on the line this Saturday. This is your moment. How does it all play out, and what is your prediction?
Caoimhin Agyarko win any way necessary. It doesn't matter whether it's stoppage or points. I believe I'll win. I've come too far. I'm not looking ahead of Brandon Adams. He's a tough fighter, a very good fighter. But I believe it's my time, and I'm ready to go on and put a performance on Saturday night.
Brandon, you said that you weren't afraid of a little thunder. What's your response to Caoimhin? How does it all go down? And what is your prediction for Saturday night?
First and foremost, I got to get a proper hat. Right? I got to get a proper hat. The Cannon's going to be victorious. But, you know what I'm saying, who's really going to win is the fans, DMG. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys are going to be the biggest winners after watching us get in the ring and fight.
Why do they need to tune in real fast?
Why do I think?
Why? Yes, why?
I think y'all need to tune in because it's the Cannon. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be extremely explosive. He says he's the Black Thunder. Thunder's loud usually, you know what I'm saying? But the Cannon for show, you know what I'm saying? We go boom. So that's extremely important for you to watch it because we're fighting in one of the top prestigious divisions right now. Like it's thick right now. It's hectic at 154 division, and we're promising to the people, whomever win this fight right here, can beat the Fonduras and Xanders or
Boots Ennis in the mix now.
Boots, if depending on who wins that fight, or even Josh, or if Josh winds up fighting Fondura. Fondura's a tall glass, but you know what I'm saying, my shoulders are pretty wide. I'm geared up and ready to fight any of these guys. I'm ready for that. So that's the promise that we hold, and that's the promise that we gonna show this April 11th.
All right, Caoimhin, he said you guys promised the fans a show. Why do they need to tune in? And why does your fans in Ireland need to tune in?
Because it's going to be a great fight. I think our stylistically is great for the fans. It's we're both explosive fighters, both like to fight inside, and yeah, it's just going to be a great fight. I mean, you don't really get to see a lot of Black Irish people, so tune in April 11th to see Caoimhin Agyarko, Black Thunder, Black Irish take over Las Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event. Brandon the Cannon Adams takes over Caoimhin Agyarko in an IBF Super Welterweight Title Eliminator for DMG Boxing Night of Champions 10. It all goes down April 11th at the Chelsea Theater at the Cosmopolitan Hotel here in Viva Las Vegas and live on ppv.com, Fubo, Dish, Triller.tv, Bash TV, and major cable providers such as Verizon, Comcast, and Rogers in Canada. Thank you again to everyone in attendance. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in. To all the fighters and the teams, best of luck to you. I'm Cynthia Conte. See you guys at fights. Bye, guys. Thank you.